Hey guys, what's up? Back with another reaction to Shane Dawson's Jake Paul series. And with no further ado, let's get right into it. Starting in 3, 2, 1, click. Nope. 3, 2, 1, click. There we go.
I feel trapped in the mind of Jake Paul. And I want to get out. So do I jump into the mind of Logan?
No.
So, okay, I wanted to jump in and do an update and also a disclaimer and also an apology. That's a lot.
I gotta go.
Oh,
I do actually want
I
to
know
apologize because there was
a lot of
some
people.
backlash and people feeling offended and feeling like
Yeah.
I was making a horror movie out of an illness or disorder. And I 100% understand. I think I got carried away with the whole ooh, I can make this scary. I love editing scary stuff and I didn't completely think it through and to treat a person like a scary monster is not cool.
Because I was hearing about that, a lot of people were irritated and grossed out by the way he responded to the thought
Did Shane tell you what it is really about? Yes, he did. He told me before the series started what
of
it was really about. I was
the mental
yeah, bro,
illness
go for it.
and
Let's
sociopathy stuff.
Episode 1, I said, do I think he's a sociopath? I don't know. I do want to sit down with a professional to get their opinion on that. And I told him I'm going to do that, but I cut it out. And the reason I cut that out was because I was like, oh no, I want to be more mysterious, which I shouldn't have done. There are things he doesn't know.
This is definitely new territory for us.
Oh.
So that's what's happening. Jake is coming. You'll be in episode 5. Today's episode is about his family.
Episode
His
5.
her part, his mom. I know she's not loving this series and she's taking it kind of hard, and I understand. 100%. It's her son, it's her family. It's these are real people, right? These aren't just characters in a YouTube video. These are actual real people. And after learning so much more throughout the last month and a half, now I understand why the mom makes videos the way she does. And you're going to see some of her videos today and you're going to be like, oh, it's not great. But then when you find out, it just kind of makes sense. And now I feel kind of bad.
I mean, that's the thing. They look like a happy family.
Probably the only person older than me who could really get through to him about most things.
So I don't want a bunch of people to go hate on Jake's mom. I just don't want that. She doesn't deserve that, and you'll see why. But speaking of the family, so this is where it gets interesting. I talked to Logan. I've been afraid of Logan this whole time.
And that's
Why?
a fact. That's truth, guys. That's how life works.
I didn't want to go into this trying to expose Logan or talk about Logan. It was about Jake. But then the more I fell down holes and the more I realized and researched and the more I learned about sociopaths and the more I learned from Jake personally and people in his family and people that talk about Logan.
I'm really nervous, guys. It's my first big scene in my first big Hollywood movie. I just want to, I'm just kidding, yo, I'm freaking out. This is what I was born to do, bro.
The more I was I can't not talk about this because it's Jake's brother and they were raised by the same people.
Yeah.
This is connected. I never talked to Logan.
I know he's been trying to keep Logan out of it because it's supposed to be a Jake Paul series.
Said I didn't have to. Everybody's
But yeah, it is connected. You know, they're brothers. It's a family.
But that was how my brain worked. So he tweeted, I'm going to make a response video to Shane's series. And I had a fucking panic attack. And started freaking out. So I DM'd him. And he said I can share these. So I'm going to share them. Okay. This is a lot. I said, sorry if you were offended that I kind of insinuated maybe you were a sociopath. And then he responded with, yo dog. Sorry.
Was it DAWG?
No, it was just dog.
Oh, just dog.
Okay. I am oh my god, this is so weird. What is this?
I get
Yo
it.
dog,
I
what's
answered that
up?
question a long time ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yo dog, I think what you're creating is fucking incredible, in all caps.
Oh, nice.
I know you're a good guy with good intentions. I just feel like the audience might be slightly ignorantly misled, and I want to address a couple of those things. I trust you. And I was like, whoa. First of all, thank you. Wait, so do you think you might be a sociopath? There was a couple things I didn't read in that message that kind of seemed like it. I was like, do you think you're a sociopath? Or like, what do you mean? And then he said, I'm on the sociopath spectrum. Okay.
Huh.
I never lose.
Okay, that's interesting.
I'm not a therapist. And Katie's not around, so I don't know what all this means.
On the sociopath spectrum.
Go over it. He said, I'm on the sociopathic spectrum. I wouldn't say I'm a sociopath, but I would absolutely say I have sociopathic tendencies. And at the beginning of the year, I was at a place in my life where they got the best of me and they consumed me, which is when it gets dangerous, obviously. Life is more complex than he's a sociopath or he's not. Jake, for example, definitely has tendencies, as we all do. Which is interesting, as we all do. But he's also nice and empathetic as fuck. And at random times, and off camera, he's so nice for no reason. Like feeding the homeless. This is a trait he's had that I've always envied. Which I thought was kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's
so wild to have.
that was something that rubbed me the wrong way, where it's like,
envy.
you're a sociopath or you're not. These people are sociopaths. They're like this. Like every mental disorder has like a,
It's right, it's complicated, right? I said, do you
yeah,
feel
like a
empathy?
level, right? Like a spectrum. Like
If you feel empathy, then you're not a full sociopath.
like there are some sociopaths, like in the other video, like the prisoner woman who like talked about, you know, who talked about like murdering people and being like, oh, I don't care, I'm not sorry.
Somebody admit that they had sociopathic tendencies.
But like,
That is fascinating.
obviously not all sociopaths are like that, because we don't have one out of 25 people being murderers and stuff like that.
I have to respect him for saying that and for being like okay with me saying that he said that.
I don't think,
I mean, I've seen videos of Logan. Like,
I don't
at funerals,
think
right?
Shane
He's
meant to be like offensive towards like mental illness.
Everyone is
I
gonna
think
die. And
when he said stuff like, "Oh, that's gross" or "That's creepy," he was talking about the like
empathy in that situation, but
the possibility of someone he knows, right, being this sociopath and using him and manipulating him, you know,
You're not. I know what you're gonna say.
to get what
emotionally just not connected
to get what they
death
needed.
the way I am, for example.
I think he is right. I shouldn't be pointing a finger and being like, you might be a sociopath.
Yes,
And I
exactly.
was wrong for
Yeah.
doing that. But I'm really fucking excited about this new chapter because, like, this is a shit I'm interested in. Like, whoa. Logan Paul just said he has sociopathic tendencies. Logan
I can
Paul
definitely
just
see why
admitted
people
that.
watch the
And
Pauls.
I like
They have
that.
like
Because
really
it makes sense.
excited,
If he would have just
kinda
said that
like
from the
hyper
beginning and said, like,
mannerisms.
dude, I have sociopathic tendencies. I was raised a certain way that made this happen, trauma, whatever, and like I don't have an empathy switch or something.
Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't turn on, and it didn't turn on, and it's a fucking disorder. I think everybody would have been like, huh,
Yeah.
right? If it's 1 in 25 people, there's a lot of fucking people hiding out there who are afraid to admit that they have tendencies like that.
yeah.
I guess they're not afraid. I don't know. It's confusing.
Maybe there's more than we think, where, you know, there's a quote-unquote sociopath who's not dangerous or evil. Then it's like, okay, then that's like an exception, I guess. It's wild.
And then the last point I want to make is that we are not all abusive monsters or serial killers. A lot of us are just completely written off as abusive.
And that's what Logan said in his first DM to me, that he said, I think people are getting confused and thinking sociopath and psychopath are the same thing, and they're not. He's like, I am not a psychopath. He's like, I'm not a sociopath, I just have tendencies. But I'm not a psychopath for sure. And a psychopath is somebody that was born
Like people,
that way.
a lot of
A
times,
sociopath is made.
You guys saw it. My family is so lighthearted, and although we did get serious and we did mourn, what today was a celebration.
Sometimes you might feel things, which I think are okay as an actor. Like, I'm feeling emotions. It's a good thing.
a lot of people talk about like
Are we gonna fucking do it?
there are some people with psychopathic tendencies and like sociopathic tendencies, but they aren't like dead set a psychopath or a sociopath, you know.
Because I want to talk to somebody that
Oh man.
Like,
because it's
not my
oh yeah. Oh man, you've been wanting to talk to a person with sociopath tendencies. If it just happens to be weird.
but yeah, I mean, it's just like
How many parts is the second end of me?
What the heck are you doing? Ready?
yeah, it's too. It's too just like black and white. Yeah, to be like, oh, you're a sociopath or
No,
psychopath.
I can never be as cool as my dad. I'm never gonna be as cool as him.
His dad still gives me the creeps though. Like, maybe it's just from like the outside looking in, but like.
Dude, what are you doing? Dude, I've been tased before. It doesn't affect me.
Oh God.
What?
Oh, maybe if I go to his channel and search like oldest videos.
Oh yeah.
Jake Paul daily life.
His dad's been tased before. Maybe it runs in the blood. Maybe that's just something they do in their family. They tase each other. Who knows?
Okay. Not much has changed.
See the red light? I'm running it.
Come on.
Getting that tan on though. Swag, 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 swag. Hashtag tool, swag, swag. Why are you always trying to jump out the window? Don't jump. No, don't jump.
Telling the dog not to jump out the window. That's good.
Actually, if you jump, you can actually land in the pool. So if you want to jump, go ahead and jump.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and jump. Come on, jump. Jump in the pool.
Not the best examples.
2 seconds ago. This is my bait catcher. This is how I catch bait. Let's go. I'm pregnant.
Yeah, they sure have a character to them.
Let's see how it ended.
Put him in there. Put him in. Come on. Put him in the water. Put him in. Put him in. Put him in.
Sorry. Am I hurting anyone? Yes. Sorry. Property.
Oof.
What's up, guys? So that's the end of vlog
Dang.
number 1. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna go to sleep.
His first vlog.
I'm super tired. Good night.
Some security guard attention. Subscribe. Hashtag buy my merch, guys. Hashtag subscribe. No, but really, if you want to go down there, give that little subscribe button a little click. Little click, clickety clack, click like.
Listen, all I saw was, you know, breaking the law, telling an animal to kill themselves,
Jump in the pool.
telling your friends to beat each other up,
Come on. Put him in.
laughing at a security guard,
Am I hurting anyone?
Hey, come on, that's
saying you're gonna catch a girl with a net.
Damn it.
exaggerations. Come on, that's a bit of an exaggeration.
True. Have you ever been around somebody like that? Like,
He just seems wild. He doesn't seem.
I don't think we're gonna be friends.
He seems comical. He
Like,
seems
I don't think we're
comical.
gonna like hang out.
right.
I don't.
Why not? Sorry.
I want to cancel this. Is it too late?
Oh, right. I forgot. This is probably before he recorded that first segment, right? So yeah, he still hasn't met Jake Paul yet. And his attitude seemed a lot different
For what?
It's gonna be. I don't know.
in the beginning part. So who knows? Maybe he's fortunately surprised. Happily surprised.
So, I feel like something I haven't done yet is look into Jake's
Who's that sleeping in the background?
Getting to know the parents will help me understand the child and why Jake is the way he is. Usually, I would just meet them, but luckily, both his parents are on YouTube. So this is the dad. I have like no idea what to expect. I've heard weird things about the dad.
Is that
I've
Morgan?
definitely heard stuff, yeah. Like on like Phil DeFranco or Keemstar.
But Deji said that Jake Paul and Logan Paul's father, Greg Paul, he attacked a fan at the press conference.
Well,
The haters will never.
There were a
ever
lot
have
of
an effect
fans
on the
attacking
Paul family.
them
We all
at the
make
press
mistakes. Dr.
conference.
Phil even said, "Hey, Logan's a good kid. GP's out."
Right.
I don't know.
All right. I mean, I'm not going to judge yet because I literally have not seen him.
What's his video?
Exactly. Yeah.
This is called. Sorry. This
The only thing I've seen with his dad is the creepy stuff. So I'm biased completely.
I'll judge for myself.
I need to
In
like
light of recent events regarding Logan Paul filming a dead
chill
guy, left
and like
me
be
with a
open-minded.
couple of questions that I'd like answered. The most important question being, why is Logan Paul Logan Paul? I got to thinking about that the past couple of days, and I came to the conclusion
He could just be Logan Paul.
100% has everything to do with parenting.
Well,
Here. So, whose nuts did Jake Paul and Logan Paul come from? All right? The culprit here is none other than vlog dad Greg Paul.
Yo,
Vlog
what's
dad.
happening, folks?
And if you think this is cringy, we're just getting started. Ohio workout routine, savages only.
Now my dad is like, yo, I'm a better kisser than you.
I got more experience, bro.
Dad, there's
come
only one
on,
way.
don't hate on a
Yeah,
man
because
for
the same
having a
girl.
So
YouTube
am I picking
channel.
the girl?
And then you have to guess, you have to say 1, 2, or 3 was the best, okay?
Maybe 4. Contestant number 3, step on up.
Oh god, this scene. This is probably the creepiest one. Yeah. That is... Okay. 22 years old. Good.
I don't want to like.
Good. Yeah, it's not.
I don't want to get involved in family.
Still weird.
But I
Not
feel like that might be inevitable. I mean, I guess if this is like
super
a whole deep dive
creepy, though.
investigation on why he is the way he is, then
creepy, but not super
that's like,
illegally
I went
creepy.
to school for psychology. That's like the #1 thing that they talk about.
Oh, wait, there's like news about the dad.
What?
Wait, there's like news.
Nick Crompton reveals Jake Paul's dad abused Team 10 members and employees. Greg Paul, the dad of Jake and Logan Paul, has reportedly completely taken over Jake and Logan's businesses. People had an issue with being verbally abused, watching their coworkers be fired around them, and not being kept in the loop. Apparently, Greg Paul doesn't know how to act. He calls people
God.
and derogatory terms at work. If that's true, then that definitely counts as verbal abuse, and we'll have to wait.
Yeah. That doesn't sound very good.
I want to talk to Nick about that.
But that was from Drama Alert. Well, it was from Nick Crompton and Drama Alert, but...
Or I stole Jake's diamond.
What is this? What channel is it?
But yeah, it's
This is
we...
Vlog Dad.
Is that him? Oh, that's him.
Yeah.
Calm down! Apollo! Apollo, calm down!
Oh, God.
Apollo! Calm down!
Who did that? Which one did that?
You guys like my new shirt? Half and half.
What happened?
They're like...
Dad is vlogging, and in the background, the dog is barking, and the girl's holding it, and then Jake and Logan are trying to tell the dog to be
What?
quiet, and then Logan grabs a plate and smashes it right in front of the dog.
Really?
And he's like, "Be quiet," like it's like a joke. And the dad's just like watching.
Like my new shirt.
You guys like
Jesus.
my new shirt?
Everything's
It's
just...
not like they.
Okay.
It's not like they kicked the dog or something, right?
It's crazy.
But like the fact that they broke a plate.
They're
that
wild
close to a
family.
dog.
Did it on camera.
And it's on camera, and the dad, and nobody's acting like it's crazy. It's weird,
Yeah.
right?
100%.
It's for the video. That's my opinion, right?
Not to stick
Like,
up to
it's for
But
the
Jake was,
video.
like, just kind
It's for the novel. You can't have a vlog
Okay, buddy.
of you guys
Like,
just
that's
like
next level.
standing there being like, "Dog, be quiet." You gotta overreact. Gotta be exaggerative. You know, that's the way they do that stuff.
He took his shirt off, gone sexual with his son.
Sometimes you need to learn not to read too into things, too much into things. Yeah, it is weird.
I'm gonna hold my thoughts until I see more of the mom. Are they together?
I don't think so. I've never seen them like in the same place.
Oh wow, mom's not even in dad's other channels.
Oh.
That's a messy divorce. You know, put her in your box, bro.
What?
I'm trying to make a joke.
I have noticed that you don't see his mom, Logan and Jake's mom, very much in like
God, is that her son naked?
the clips.
In the ziplining one?
Whoa. Literally.
Or he's just
What
wearing
is this?
underwear.
Literally, what is going on? This is like too confusing to even understand.
I'm gonna give everything a benefit of a doubt until I meet all these people. What I hope is going on is the mom has no fucking idea what's happening, and neither does the dad, and they're just vlogging, and then maybe somebody's making their thumbnails and titles.
Yeah.
Well, somebody probably is making their thumbnails. I mean, they're rich.
Oh my
I vlog butts.
Okay. What do I click on? Cause okay, with eggplant.
Wait, what?
TMI.
Logan and eggplant.
Literally.
What?
I hate it.
Dude,
Do I click on the hero?
all the stuff you've said to your mom and been like, you know,
I don't know.
Shane and his mom are like really, you know, liberal with the way they speak to each other too. I mean, come on.
That was epic. I'm not gonna. I mean, let's
Exactly.
just be real fucking whoa.
Wish I had an opening like that.
So far, I'm in.
So today, I decided
Maybe I should
there's not
add
a lot
one,
going on.
Major.
To watch Logan's
That'd be
vlog,
interesting.
I just had to comment and get involved.
Shake your parents' hand, which I liked as a young.
That's Greg's fault. Greg should have taught Logan to walk up to the door and shake parents' hands. That's the boy's job. I mean, the dad's job to teach the boy.
Huh.
Greg didn't do that either, though. Wow.
What
Was she just like dissing
Oh,
her
yeah.
ex-husband? Like feud?
Well, that not only was a feud, but that was like kind of telling. He didn't
Well,
do
I
that
mean-
either. What does that even mean?
I now I don't even feel bad about getting involved in family drama because they literally are doing it. They're having family drama. in
Well,
their
yeah.
vlogs.
I
Like,
mean,
yeah.
after a
Why
divorce,
did
usually you
Dad
get
beat
divorced
my
for a
ass
good
when I was
reason.
growing up? Dad beat your ass? Would you up, dude?
Oh, dude.
Oh.
Does Vlog Mom reveal who she likes better, Logan or Jake?
That's a little.
It's like using that's as clickbait.
Good afternoon, Pamela.
It's a living.
I just
In the suicide board. Sorry. It's just like I saw Logan's
That
video,
YouTube
did pretty
life.
good.
Oh.
Anyways, here's my Q&A.
Is that going? Are you gonna keep doing the video?
I mean, I have to say a joke or else I'm going to have a breakdown. Okay.
Hi to the family.
Shane was very like dramatic during this series, I can tell.
That is you guys goofing with me. What is it? Are you blocking?
What's that?
I'm so excited. Look what came. Look.
Oh, is it the necklace?
Yeah. Yeah. It's. I know. So I didn't open it yet.
Oh,
Oh, you're opening it on your vlog.
I'm opening it on my blog.
that's
With you on the
nice.
phone.
Okay.
Look at the mess it's making.
I'm glad that we can have real connections now. It's just both of each other vlogging.
I know, right?
Ow, I'm sorry. Ow. Ow. Okay. I feel so fucking uncomfortable. What do I do?
Well,
Andrew, help me.
No.
Okay, I love you.
I've never vlogged a birthday gift before. I love you too, honey.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Okay, that is revelation number
Jesus.
1.
I mean, it's one side of a screen, right?
To put everything in perspective, think about it this way, right? Justin Bieber has done a lot of the same things that Jake has done, right? Like
Yeah, 100%.
speeding.
For driving recklessly through their neighborhood.
And this is the kind of behavior that is unacceptable to be done by anybody, anywhere.
Justin Bieber admits to cheating on Selena Gomez. Cops were called for excessive loud noise.
Imagine if Justin's mom and dad were vloggers, and imagine if Justin Bieber's mom put up a video called "Who Do I Love Better? Which Child Do I Love Better?" and had Bieber in the thumbnail. I think as a society, we would all be like, "Oh, that's so fucking sad. Oh, that's so sad for Justin Bieber," right? I think everybody would feel that way. It would be like a news story. It would be on TMZ. It would be like a thing.
Yeah.
Because
Well, you should have showed the video. Did she act? It says, does she reveal who's better?
Because Justin Bieber's not really.
It could have just been clickbait.
But in the YouTube world, everybody's a character, so it's not like they're real people.
Exactly, they're all characters.
She's using his high school photos as a thumbnail. Like imagine your mom. Like imagine
What?
seeing that your mom is your high school photos.
Oh man.
Right.
It's a good photo.
Like that, because that just seems so like. I don't know what the word is for that.
Shane, I love you.
Wow, look who's here.
Being a little
It's
dramatic though.
Erica.
Come on.
Time to go, guys.
I don't give a shit about your vlog.
You're so mean to me. You need to leave.
No, that wasn't mean to you. That's just like, that's what I'm saying. She didn't even look at you.
Erica doesn't want to be on camera, don't you get it?
But neither did Jake.
I know. Morning, Jaker.
We got Sleep and Beauty.
Yeah. Okay.
I love you, Bob.
Love you too, guys.
When he walked out, when Jake walked out, he literally turned back around after he saw his mom was down there vlogging, like he didn't want to come down. I'm sure that the mom loves them, and I don't blame her, because I think she's probably so excited that people are like watching, and she has a vlog channel. Maybe she's feeling a little bit like, oh, I have a thing too.
100,000 subscribers. Vlog mom. Look at that. I love it, you guys, and it's all because of you.
But what was their childhood like? Were there no boundaries? And I don't know. I mean, I guess I'll ask Jake about it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Get involved in family drama, but
maybe he wants you to, you know. He knows how you talk to people on camera. Why is he wanting to do a video with you too? That's another thing. Maybe he kind of is hoping that somebody kind of swoops in and kind of helps him with stuff like this.
I don't know. Because there are some things that are like genuinely
he
like
talks about
but
this
like
stuff and is real about it. Like
anything
that.
can be flipped on its head when like
Which I can't.
it's put out of
We're gonna say,
context,
like, oh,
right?
You're fucking like trying to make him look good. You're fucking whatever. Like that's all you do, Shane. You cry with people. You make them look good. Like
I kind of feel a little bad for him too.
I don't want to say I feel bad for him because people are gonna think I'm lying.
No, I get it. I mean, I definitely get it.
You can feel bad for someone when you don't know
like,
the full extent of their life,
byproduct.
right? When somebody acts out and seems like a huge jerk or an asshole, guess what? You can feel bad for them when you learn there's something bad. It's part of being human. It's part of being empathetic, sympathetic, all of that, you know?
Yo, yo, yo! If you're new here, my name is Jake Paul, and this is my channel. I'm currently 19 years old. I live in Los Angeles with my friends, Team 10. I'm an actor in a couple of movies, and I make videos online for you guys. There's a lot more to the story, and today I'm going to draw it out for you. My parents' names are Greg Paul and Pamela Stepnick. They already had another kid named Logan Paul, so this made us brothers, and he was older by 2 years. Logan was also a savage, and I spent my whole life with him basically side by side.
For a long time, I thought they were twins. But when I started watching the series, I saw like the age difference in like their older
My
videos.
mom was a nurse. My dad used to be in the army and then became a real estate agent. And from the time I can remember, my parents instilled in Logan and I a great work ethic and a competitive spirit. Whatever we did, we wanted to be the best at, and we had the work ethic to match that. My brother and I would always train and work out to become better at playing football. My dad, Logan, and I would train all the time and push our limits to become better athletes. We would always see who could run faster, do more push-ups, and so on. Right around this time, my dad bought my brother and I a camera so we could record our football games, watch them back, and see how we could improve. My mom would be the filmer, and she was also our biggest fan. And our dad was the head coach of our Pee Wee League team. Football aside, Logan and I took the camera and...
I'm not a therapist, but your dad's the coach, and then you have to watch it again, and they tell you what you did wrong.
Competitive spirit things a lot.
Logan and I took the camera and started filming random stuff we did around our house. We started watching YouTube videos as our form of entertainment. Our favorite channel was called Smosh. We loved the videos and wanted to create our own channel.
That was like my first channel on YouTube
savages
too.
We were,
Just Smosh.
And we called it Zoosh. God damn it, Logan, what were we thinking? It was almost the exact same as Smosh. In the meantime, my parents had started fighting and eventually got a divorce. This was a bit of a hard time for Logan and I, but at the end of it, it taught us a lot about life. By the time I was in middle school, as you can imagine, I was the class clown. Always causing trouble, making jokes, and I couldn't sit still. I didn't like school. I still don't. In 8th grade, our class would go on a trip to Washington, D.C. at the end of the year. But you couldn't go on the trip if you had 15 behavior strikes. By the middle of the year, I had 14. So, I became a good kid for the rest of the year and got to go on the trip.
Nice.
Savage. As a freshman, I no longer wanted to go to the NFL. Football just wasn't as fun anymore, and wrestling seemed to interest me more.
Can I just say something? Not to like diagnose or like get you.
Behavioral strikes.
I don't know it. Like it doesn't seem like it's a.
What school has behavioral strikes? I've heard of like referrals and getting written up. I've never heard of behavioral strikes.
Getting 14 behavioral strikes.
Mm.
And then he decided that football's boring and now I want to wrestle. Like, that's a kid with a fuck ton of anger issues.
The only more aggressive sport than football is wrestling.
Yeah. That's somebody who needs to take out all that anger. And they can't do it at home. So they do it. It's cool. I know they do it on YouTube. Okay. Oh my god, another fighting.
Jake Paul is your winner.
Or they just have an aggressive competitive spirit.
I didn't know what my future
I don't know,
looked
maybe
like.
I'm
I didn't know what I wanted
maybe
to do.
I'm just too
This
naive.
went on for a couple of months until I found out about the Navy SEALs. It was everything I loved. Hard work, mental toughness, guns, fast vehicles, competition. For the next couple of months, that's all I could think about and do. Until summer came and Logan said to me, we should start making videos again. I was so down. Randomly, 2 weeks later, this app called Vine had just came out. I told my bro about it and he loved it too. 2 weeks later, we got into a competition, of course, on who could get more followers. So, here we were in the middle of Ohio, spending hours.
This fucking competition shit sucks.
Yeah. Well, also, like, they train us to have a competitive spirit. They're trying to get them to be better at football. Like, go to the NFL. Like, they kind of train them to do this.
I mean...
I realized that I could make money from making videos. This was amazing. I didn't know what to do except freak out. It got to a point where I would go to wrestling tournaments and the competition would ask to take pictures with me or be freaking out. Sometimes, though, they would film me if I lost and post it on Vine talking that smack talk. The videos just made me laugh, though. The bad part about all the fame and money is that attracts haters. People in my school, the kids that I grew up with, started hating on me. They would talk so much smack and tweet me the nastiest things. At first, this really upset me.
I mean,
and
that's
was hard
messed
to
up.
deal with.
Somebody's
My mom
like
would
making
see
their
the
way
haters
and like
call their moms
trying to
and
be
yell at them.
successful, and you're just
Love you, Mom. Eventually, though, I realized
You're just
that they were
being
just
rude to
jealous,
them
and that was their
because
way
you're
of
jealous.
expressing it. I knew that I could turn my internet fame into something massive. And so that's what I set out to do. On my last day of school, I said goodbye. Most kids were still talking smack, and a teacher even asked me, what are you going to do when social media dies? On my way out. I just smiled and waved. They didn't understand the vision.
When social media dies. Okay. Yeah.
I started grinding every day.
Yeah,
trying to make
that's
things
gonna happen.
I
Sure.
started by going to acting classes, improv classes, and meeting with anyone I could. But I knew I wanted to
Certain
do
social media may
acting
die.
and
Social media in general, never
this
gonna
is
die.
when I created Team 10. It started with Alyssa and I, and kept growing, and then now we're growing more and more each month. I mean, eventually, while all of this was happening, I then got called into audition for Disney Channel's new show called Bizaardvark. It was intimidating and nerve-wracking. My brother said to me, either come back Dirk, or come back on your shield. After a couple of auditions and beating out the other actors, I came back Dirk. I remember getting the call and just freaking out. I legit almost cried. It was a dream come true. I filmed the first season of the show already, and we start filming season 2 here in a couple months. The other week, I got to do the infamous, hi, I'm Jake Paul, and you're watching Disney Channel, with the wand and everything. It's about to be 2017, and that's basically my life in a nutshell. posting every
I
day
think,
on YouTube,
yeah, okay.
acting,
So I didn't
doing
know why they
business,
had such a
making
big like
comedy
kid
skits
fan
for
base
Instagram,
before,
and laughing
but
the
that
rest
like
of the
that
time.
makes a lot more sense.
If you
I'm not
aren't already
very
a Jake Pauler, you
into
better join the
TV
family
and
because we are
Disney and
just
all
getting
those
started.
that stuff anymore.
2017
So I
is
never
going to be
even
the
knew,
craziest year
you know, about
yet.
Bizarre. I think I've seen it once or twice, right? Maybe I might have.
My gut tells me that Nick got thrown out when the dad came in.
Ooh.
The dad was like, "No, come on, we're gonna do this." Like back in like football times. Like, me and my boys, we got this.
But yeah, I mean, I can understand why now why his base is so big as like children, even though he's not the most like child friendly, I guess you would say. Oh, don't.
I think this is like way more deep and complicated than I was expecting. Sociopaths. Yes.
As someone who had a dad who was very into football and being competitive and,
I hurting anyone?
you know, being
Always causing trouble. 15 behavior strikes.
strong,
Fast vehicles.
I would say it's not like
Whatever we did, we wanted
it's
to
not
do
like you have a boss instead of a dad. It's just a dad who wants you to succeed.
We started watching
Right?
YouTube
They want to
videos as our
prepare
form of
you
entertainment.
because one day they aren't going to be there anymore. You know, they want you to be strong, tough, be able to take whatever
Logan
life
said to
throws
me,
at you.
We should start making videos. YouTube?
I think it's too
We love
critical
videos and
or
wanted
like
to create our
too
own channel, and we called it Zoosh.
too
It was
assumptuous
almost the exact same as Smush.
to call
Logan, what were we thinking?
someone to say somebody didn't really have a dad just because their dad was like really into football and being competitive and all that, being tough. It's not,
Go buy more merch or whatever, right? Power.
especially if you only
I
have an
realized that I
outside
could make
view.
money from making videos.
You know,
Every conversation.
I think their dad honestly loves them.
I kind of feel that.
I mean,
You know, or you'll view them in a positive light.
they don't seem like they have a dysfunctional family. They may have a
I legit
different
almost
type
cried.
of family.
Married with kids. Whatever they think helps them fit in, they're gonna put up the best show that they can.
I've definitely met a few where I've got that gut feeling, but I don't get that gut feeling. I honestly don't think he is one. I'm gonna keep it real. Are those people probably
Better manipulators, or they know enough about you.
The more and more I hear about this, the less and less I think, right, it's as big as a deal as, you know, Shane makes it sometimes.
Dear Shane Dawson. You can't just say like, you're a sociopath. The word I would like to use is sociopathic tendencies. So a lot of us,
Yeah.
me included, will do some dumb shit. Maybe some stuff that lacks empathy. Strictly for views, right? It gets us views.
I'm gonna be the biggest entertainer on the planet.
Which gets us subscribers. Our motivating factor is to reach the next level.
Next level, guys. 2.8 billion views on YouTube this year.
Sociopath is boiled down someone who is just more savage than everyone else.
Savage.
Savages only.
More savage. I wouldn't have phrased it like that. But it's an easy way of phrasing it in a way that, you know, kid or young viewers will understand.
I don't want to piss off the mom and make her feel bad. I just think that she has no idea how bad this was.
You can never assume things about a family, because again, there are things that only they'll show you. That
We'll see.
there are things with families that not even like people who know them see, right? So obviously if they're doing a vlog or vlog series, then you're never going to know the full picture, you know? So I guess that's it for this time. Ooh. But I already have another part to look at because he uploaded it on Wednesday. Yes, he uploaded the other part on Wednesday. So I'm going to get to that soon. It'll probably be up Saturday around that time. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to stretch this on too long at the end. But, you know, I understand where Shane Dawson is coming from. A lot of the stuff seen from an outside perspective, especially if you don't have siblings or like a really overbearing father. Not even overbearing, just a father really deep-seated in like strength and manliness and like football and all that stuff, sports. You know, I can see why he wouldn't be able to understand or like fully grasp it, right? Like some things would seem weird to him because he's just never experienced that before. But I think in general, I don't think their family looks too weird. I mean, the whole stuff with the dad and like the kissing and like the other stuff that came out about like a sex tape like a while ago. I don't know anything about that. Again, I have no room to judge. I've seen glimpses and pieces. It's like me trying to put a puzzle together with like two pieces. There's no way, right, for me to fully comprehend the scale. But yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Afro, and I'll see you guys next time.